And welcome back to Kin Yoga. My name is Beth and I've got a slow flow for you today. This slow flow class will focus on working into the back of the body. I feel like we're often focused on the front of the shoulders and the hips, so today I thought a good opportunity, let's work into the hamstrings and the back. We'll be doing some twists and lots of forward folds, and we might give compass pose a go at the end. But forward folds are really great in our yoga practice to facilitate a sense of introspection. So when you're folded into your body, sometimes it's easier to fade out the external world. That'll be a focus for us today, and we will try and create a deep sense of calm and relaxation with the introspection that we create. All right, let's get started in our most restorative forward fold that I'm sure you're all familiar with, child's pose. Coming towards the back of your mat, bringing your big toes together, knees come out wide. And then slowly walking your upper body down towards the mat, arms reaching out in front. And then find a spot that's comfy for you. If you need something under your hips, a pillow will do, or perhaps under your forehead. It might not reach the ground, or maybe it comes all the way down. Doesn't matter what the shape looks like here, it matters what it feels like. So make sure you're comfy, cozy, in a safe space for your body so that you can just start to settle in and prepare for your practice. I want you to see if you can notice the connection that your body there is making with the mat. And as you close down your eyes, can you draw your awareness inward into yourself, into your body? Noticing how you feel now, whether there's any particular spots of tension or tightness. Maybe you're feeling really good today. Wherever you're at, just noticing what it is what it is. And then seeing if you can bring your awareness to your breath and draw some deep, full body breaths into your body. If you can take it in and out of the nose, then I encourage you to do that for the practice. Always focusing on deep, full body breaths, calming and relaxing the whole body and the mind. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here in child's pose, letting each one soften the body and ground you into the mat. And when those 3 breaths are complete, stay down where you are, press your left hand into the mat, come up just slightly with the upper body so that you can thread your right arm under towards the left. And once you've done that, see maybe if you can rest your right ear down on the mat and see if you can walk your left hand over towards the right. So then you're finding a nice side body opener through the left and a bit of a twist for your spine here in your child's pose. If you've got your hand walking off towards the right, the left hand, then see if you can roll your top shoulder back a touch there, feeling more length through the left side. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Right arm reaches forward. Now press your right hand into the mat as you lift up slightly. Thread your left hand under, over towards the right side of the room. Then you can walk your right hand, if it's available to you, over towards the left side of your mat so that you're reaching sort of for opposite sides of the room. Pressing into your right hand, see if you can roll the top shoulder back a bit more, find some more rotation here. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release, come back to the front. Come up onto your fingertips. Start to round your back as you Press your hips back towards your heels. So rounding through the back, lifting the chest up, opening through the back of the shoulders, but pressing the hips down at the same time. One more deep breath in, and an exhale out. On your next inhale, come up to all fours. Let's take the left leg right out to the side, so it's about in line with the hips, but it's a straight leg with the foot flat on the ground. Press your right hand in, inhale left hand up towards the roof. See how far you can come back, find a stretch through your left side body, but also a small back bend here. Stay for one more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand back down towards the mat. Now sit back towards your back heel. So finding a stretch through the back of the leg, the inside of the leg, and a little forward fold. You can either stay up on the toes of your right foot, or you could place the top of the foot on the mat. That's up to you. We'll stay here for one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, push your body back up into all fours. Bring the knee in. Now take the right leg out to the side, plant the foot down on the mat, press the left hand in, inhale, right hand high, up towards the sky, and then over towards the left if that feels good. Gaze can come up if you feel a nice stretch through the front of the body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Start to sit your hips back towards your left heel, and you can either stay up on the toes there or bring the top of the foot down towards the mat as you find a gentle forward fold and a nice opening into the right leg. Stay for one more deep breath in. And on the exhale out, rising up, bringing the knee in. Let's take one round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, shoulders back, tail lifts. Exhale, round the spine, arch the back. Next inhale brings you into a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, exhale, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Here we go, another forward fold. One of the most frequent forward folds we use in our yoga practice, downward facing dog. And I want you to think a little about your positioning here. So in all forward folds, we like to think about having a nice long spine. So in downward facing dog, what you can do to encourage a long spine is to bend your knees more if you need to. If you bend your knees here and you feel your chest come closer towards your thighs, you encourage that by pressing into your hands. If you feel your back lengthen rather than rounding out to the front, then that's exactly where you should stay. Keep your knees bent. Keep your heels off the ground. There's no requirement to have straight legs and flat feet on the ground. If you haven't taken a bit of movement here in your downward dog, if you've been like me and just focusing on your position, then you might like to start that now. Lifting the heels, perhaps swaying the hips. Just for another couple of breaths. And then find a place of stillness. Take a deep breath in. And an exhale out. Inhale, next time lift up onto your toes. Exhale, walk your feet to the front of the mat, and let's find a deeper forward fold. So in this forward fold, again, bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your chest down onto your thighs. If you like a bind in this start forward fold of the practice, then ragdoll is an option. You take hold of the opposite elbow with your hands. And if you've got that bind there, swaying side to side in the upper body usually feels really nice. See if you can let your crown drop towards the ground as you find, again, length through your spine rather than
just rounding. And if you feel like you're rounding too much, bend your knees a little bit more. Bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Beautiful. We'll stay for another couple of breaths. If you'd like to take a different bind, then perhaps try hands interlaced around the back of the head. And if you're in that position, I like to do a little rock back and forward with the upper body. Sort of a really dynamic way of settling your body into this posture. All right, one more deep breath in. On the exhale out, release your hands down. Let's give our bodies a little break from this fold and rise all the way up on the in-breath. When you get there, roll your shoulders back, hands down towards the mat. Inhale, hands to the sky, and we'll take a side bend. So hands together, start to bend over towards the right side. Feel lots of length through your left side body. Breathing into the left side ribs. Pressing down into the left foot, hips forward. One more deep breath in. Exhale up to center. Inhale nice and tall through the body. And then exhale over towards the left. Take the body there. Breathe into the right side ribs. Create space and length. Press the hips forward. One more deep breath in. Exhale to center. Inhale, take the gaze up. Look at the hands, tiny back bend. Exhale, let's come back all the way down into our forward fold. Left hand plants down, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg if you can, and reach your right hand up to the roof on an in-breath. Stay here in this twist, perhaps gaze comes up towards the top hand. One more deep breath in. Exhale, return down. We'll swap sides. So right knee bends, right hand plants down. Left leg is straight. Inhale, left hand up to the sky. Gaze can come up. Feel this nice twist and fold. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release to the mat. Let's find a halfway lift on your breath in. Lengthen your spine out from your pelvis. Let your legs be strong, belly's drawn in. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Stay here in your downward facing dog. Take an in-breath, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step, hop or walk forward to the front. Halfway lift on the breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up, reach for the sky. Gaze can come up. Exhale, dive all the way back down, forward fold. Let's take those twists again. So left hand plants down, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Stay here for another breath in. Exhale, release down to the ground. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, plant the right hand down, left hand to the roof. Inhale. Stay here. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Stay here in your downward facing dog. A few breaths here in your fold. Pressing chest towards thighs as you really plant the hands into the mat. One more deep breath in and an exhale out. As you inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Open your hip here. Bring your heel towards your backside. Lift your knee towards the roof. See if you can keep your shoulders relatively level, hands pressing in evenly. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, bring knee towards your chest. Stay high and see if you can plant your foot between your hands. A low revolve here, planting the left hand down. Inhale, right hand up towards the roof. Find a nice twist. Gaze can come up towards the hand.
And you can stay here, or you can even open more if you like, coming onto the knife edges of your feet, reaching your hand back towards the left side of the room. One more deep breath in. Exhale, everyone brings the right hand down. From here, straight into pyramid pose. Start to plant your back foot down off the mat. Straighten out the front leg as much as you can. And come into like a halfway lift with your upper body. So fingertips are supporting you by just resting on the mat. And you feel a really nice stretch, hopefully up the back of your front leg, as you encourage your left hip forward and your right hip back so they're in line. Reaching your crown forward in the halfway lift. You can either stay here or you can start to fold your upper body down towards your front leg. And if you need to bend the knee a touch here, if that feels better, then feel free. Thinking about length through the spine. One more deep breath in. And an exhale out. As you inhale, come to the halfway lift if you're not there already. Exhale, walk your hands around towards the left side of the mat. Pivot your toes in so they're inside your heels. Let's find a wide-legged forward fold. Straight legs or a slight bend in the knees if you like. Letting the head come down towards the ground. To start with, get deep into your position. And we'll find some twists. So coming up slightly, plant the left hand in the middle of the mat. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale to bring it back down. Swapping hands, inhale, left hand up. Exhale to bring it back down. One more time each side. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale to bring it back down. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale to bring it back down. We'll start to walk our body over towards the left foot, letting the left toes point just outward of the heels, and find a Skandasana side lunge. You can come onto the heel of your front foot, and you might just stay here with your hands resting on the ground, or you might like to open up, bringing the left hand to the mat, but right hand reaches up and back, finding a small twist here. We'll stay for one more deep breath in and an exhale out. Bringing your right hand down if it's lifted. See if you can just sit your hips back, down off the mat, and then bring your left knee down to the mat. Plant your left hand behind you. Press your hips forward, right hand comes up and then back, modified wild thing. Press the hips a little bit more, one more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hips down to the mat. Let's find a twist. Right hand finds the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist and rotate towards the left shoulder. One more deep breath in. Exhale to release. Inhale the left hand high. Exhale, stretch it over towards the right leg. One more deep breath in. Exhale, come up to center. Both hands reach now on the in-breath. Pivot towards the right leg. Exhale, let's forward fold over the leg. Breathing in to the back of the leg. See what length you think can create here. One more deep breath in. Exhale to come out. We'll just find our way back onto hands and knees and lift back into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in your downward dog. And exhale that breath out. Your next inhale, lift the left leg higher. And on the exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Reach the left knee up towards the roof. Stack the hips, keep the shoulders level. One more deep breath in.
Exhale, stay high as you come forward. Bring knee towards the elbow and then step the foot through between the hands. From here, we'll find our low revolve. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left hand up towards the roof. And you can stay in this version of revolve, or if you like to switch onto the knife edges of your feet, reach your left hand back more towards the right side. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, we'll come back to the center line, hands resting on the ground. Start to straighten out your front leg, plant the back heel so foot is at 45 degrees. And then find halfway lift with the upper body as we settle into our pyramid pose here. And you might stay here, gazing down towards the mat, fingertips on the ground, or you might like to find more depth in your fold, bringing your upper body down towards your front leg, perhaps taking a slight bend in the knee if you need to here. Pick what pose feels good for your body today. Let's stay for one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, start to lift out. Let's pivot around to the right side of the mat this time, finding a wide-legged forward fold, so toes pivot inside of the heels as we let the upper body come down towards the mat. Go for a side body twist here this time. So when you're ready, start to walk your hands towards your right leg or your left leg, doesn't really matter which one you start with. And when your hands have found your leg, keep your hips in the center line, but open up the opposite side of the body than the leg that you're grasping onto by really encouraging length through it, pulling onto the leg with your hand, pressing the hips in the opposite direction. Stay for one more deep breath in. Exhale to release to center. Breathe in here. Exhale, let's take it to the other side. Let the hands take hold of the leg or the ankle. See if you can create as much length through your side body stretch here as you can, keeping your hips in the center line. So encouraging them back to the middle if they're being tempted to shift to the side that you're reaching towards. One more deep breath in. Exhale to release. Skandasana is here. We'll sit down towards the back foot as you now angle the toes out towards the outside of the heel. Out. And you rest there on the front heel. Again, you can just stay resting on your hands. You could bring them to heart, or you might like to find another side body opener where you plant the right hand down, lift the left hand to the roof, and slightly back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let's sit the hips all the way down to the mat. Bring the right knee down, bring the left foot into the inseam of the leg. Press the left hand down behind you, lift the hips up, reach the right hand back. A modified wild thing. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release down. Twist here, left hand finds the right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, twist over towards the left. No, the right shoulder. Looking over the right shoulder. One more deep breath in. Exhale to release. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, side bend over towards the extended leg. Right hand towards left foot. A deep breath in. Exhale to release. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, pivot towards the extended leg. Fold your body towards it. A deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Two more like that. Deep breath in. Relax your body on the breath out. One more. Exhale out.
And then lift your upper body up. We're going to stay seated now, and I'll turn to face you, but you can just keep facing the front of your mat. And we will come into just a nice gentle seated fold. So first of all, the left shin will be out in front of the right. We'll inhale the spine nice and tall, and then start to walk the hands forward as we fold the body down. Feeling a beautiful release through the lower back. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, walk your upper body up. If you can, let's start to lift the left leg up so that we can sort of cradle it in the arms. The left foot plants into the right inner elbow, and the left elbow scoops around the left knee. You can take a little rock side to side here, feeling into that movement in your hips. And this might be enough for you, or you might like to try an extension here into compass pose. If you'd like to try it, then you start to bring your left knee up over your left shoulder. Plant the left hand down on the mat just beside your hip, and then take hold of the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Start to straighten your leg as you extend, opening through the right side body, lifting your left foot up towards the roof. Gaze wherever it needs to be to feel good on your neck here. One more deep breath in if you're in this pose. And then we'll release, coming back out. And then we'll try the other side. So now our soft, gentle fold first. Right shin is in front of the left in our seated position. And we'll just walk the hands forward, finding a fold. Breathing relaxation and energy into the body. Take one more deep breath in here. And on the exhale, lifting the upper body up. We'll take that cradle now of the opposite leg. So right leg lifts, it rests in the left elbow, the foot does, and then you can wrap the right elbow around the right knee. And you might just stay here, perhaps rocking a little bit from side to side. That feels really good in most people's hips. And this might be exactly where you stay, or if you'd like to have a crack at compass pose on this side, you start to bring the right shoulder underneath the right knee. Plant the right hand on the mat next to your hip, and then extend through the right leg as you open up the left side of your body. And you find a little bit of a twist here. If you're here, let's stay for one more deep breath in, and then exhale, we'll come out. And then we'll take our upper body all the way down to the mat so that we find a reclined position, and I think a happy baby here is needed. Let's come to happy baby. Bring the knees towards the armpits, feet towards the sky. Rock side to side. A gentle encouragement of the knees down towards the floor perhaps, if you need something deeper. Feeling a nice opening through the hips. One more deep breath in here. On the exhale, extend your left leg long as you bring the right knee in towards your belly. A deep breath in again as you draw the knee in. On the exhale, guide it over towards the left side. You might shift your hips back into the center of the mat a touch. Extend your right hand, look that way. And you can stay here, or you might like to take your
pistol grip finger around your right big toe as you straighten out the top leg. One more deep breath in. Exhale the breath out. Inhale, let's come back to center. Hug the knee in. Exhale, switch the legs over. Left knee in towards the belly. Hold it for the breath in, hug it in. Exhale, guide it over towards the right side. Shift the hips back into the center, extend the left hand, arm long, look over that way. And then your option to take your peace fingers around the left big toe as you extend the leg in this twist. One more deep breath in. Exhale to release. Come back to the center. And let's find our version of Shavasana for today. So you might like to just lie your body down on the mat, extend your arms and legs long. Or if you feel like you need some more inner hip opening after all the forward folding and we haven't focused much on the inner hips today, you might like to come into Supta Baddha Konasana, where you bring your feet together, knees out wide. Hands can rest on the body, perhaps on the chest, the heart and the belly. And then whatever position you're in, can you make it your intention here to let your whole body soften? So like I spoke about at the start of the class, how forward folds can increase our feeling of introspection throughout the yoga class. Now that we're not in a forward fold, can you see if the same thing can apply? So your focus remains inward, in your body, on your breath. And you keep your awareness there for as long as you can, for as much time as you have. Just breathing and being. If you can, then please give it at least 10 full body, beautiful, nourishing breaths. Longer if you've got time. Enjoy your time and space here, and I will see you again next week for another practice.